Do you really need to know all the different functions that's in Excel? Sometimes they're very complex, and I will show you with examples how you instead can use the shortcut Control E, which will use AI or machine learning to sense pattern and then get the same result as if you used a formula. Let's say here, for example, if you want to extract the first and last name out of this column with names, what you need to do is to come up with a function and then nest it into a formula. In this case, perhaps text before, and then use a delimiter, which is a space. So all text before the first space, and then for the last name, text after. So this is kind of complex, and maybe you didn't know that this function existed. What you do instead is that you just write Logan, and then you write BlackBerry, and then Excel will sense what you're trying to do. In this case, you want to write the first name and the last name. What you do is that you select the cell underneath and then use the shortcut Control E. And it will flash fill, meaning fill downwards the pattern that it sensed. It's not always perfect. You need to make sure that it's how you wanted it to be. And we do the same with the last name. So this is just one example. Let's look at 3 more examples. In this case, we want to write an email. In this case, hi Logan, I hope this email finds you well and thriving. And in this case, I want Logan to be Holly, Juniper, Tay, and Ivy. And you can use flash fill here as well. And this would be a very complex formula. It would be hi, space, and then add the text before, and then this one, and then a space, and then add the rest of the text. So this is kind of a complex formula. Instead, what you do is that you write it one time, select the cell underneath, Control E, and it will automatically sense a pattern and flash fill it. So 2 more examples. In this case, we have the year, month, and date in 3 different columns. We want to make them in one column. You just write it one time and Control E, and you will flash fill it. And of course, it works the other way around. If you didn't have the month here, you can just write 1 month and then Control E and get from a date column the month or the date or the year. And my last example is that you have a string with text and you want to extract part of the string, but you don't know where you want it. In this case, it's strawberry, which comes as the 4th character, but in this case, it's the 3rd character. And you want to extract different amount of characters each time. And this time, you can't actually come up with a formula to do this for you. You need to use this flash fill, which sends a pattern and then try to replicate that pattern. In this case, you write strawberry and Control E underneath, and you will extract the berry. So maybe you don't really need to know all the different functions in Excel. Maybe you just need flash fill.